The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Eastlink Community TV, its sponsors, or partners.
Hello everyone, my name's Chris, my friends call me RT, and this is RT Cooks It. Today it's strawberry cream cheese stuffed French toast with a maple butter sauce, and we're going to do a hash brown omelet. It's a little different, but it's a wicked way to mix up your breakfast a little bit. Let's get in the shed and start cooking. All right, so it's strawberry and cream cheese, stuffed French toast, and a hash brown omelet on the go today. We're gonna go ahead and just cut this loaf into nice thick slices. We gotta make sure we have enough room to stuff it. So we gotta put a pocket in the middle and get this stuffed. So we'll do 4, and the rest of it, of course, we're gonna save that and use that later. Now this is where you wanna go a little slow, and I like to get just a bit of a sharp knife, and you just go ahead and cut in, and we're going to make a pocket in here. Get that knife in there and just slowly work your way around, nice and slow. And then all you're going to do is just, oh, not quite enough. We'll go a little further. So all you're going to do is just make a nice little pocket in there. We're going to stuff some cream cheese and a bit of strawberry. We'll get all these done now. So the key here is you want to try and get it as centered as possible, and then when you go ahead and cook it, it's all going to hold inside. Some of it's going to squeeze out. So there's those 4. We'll go ahead and grab the food processor, and in here we're going to add the strawberries, the cream cheese for the stuffing. Get all this set up. Get the lid off. There's those some strawberry jam, nice and easy. Pre-made strawberry jam. Freezer jam is delicious in this as well. Any type of freezer jam. We'll get that cream cheese right in there. Get that hands a wipe. Get the lid back on. We'll give this a little pulse. Let that mix. Perfect. We'll give this a little taste, and we'll see where we sit on flavor. And we'll make sure it's sweet enough, and you know, maybe you got to add a little more strawberry jam. Oh, we don't need any more strawberry jam. That is delicious. I am going to add a little bit of maple syrup, I think. I have some good Cape Breton maple syrup. Today, and for no other reason, I just have sugar-free strawberry jam. It looked the most appealing, so we're going to go ahead and put some maple syrup in there. Bring up some sweetness. The maple syrup's going to tie into the sauce that we're going to put on top after. So we'll let this spin. There we go. I don't even think I need to taste it again. I think we are good right there. Now, getting into stuffing it. You just want to be careful you don't tear the bread too much. So we just open it up, very straightforward. Grab yourself a little bit of stuffing and just get it right inside and spread it around a bit. And this is going to be something else when we get into this. Stuff them all up. And that, like I said, this is just a delicious treat and a sort of something you can do to change up your French toast game a little bit. If you enjoy making French toast, then this is just a great way to go ahead and mix it up a little bit. There we got 3, and 1 more is going to make 4. That's 4 chunks of French toast ready to go. We're going to set those aside. We're going to pull out a bit of stuff to get into those hash browns now, and we'll get right into it. that French toast is all ready to go. We'll just set that off to the side. We're going to get set up for that hash brown omelet now. And I have a couple peppers, I have some bologna, and some onion that I'm going to put into that hash brown omelet. I'm probably only going to use half an onion, so I like to keep the other half together. I got the root and the top left on because you never know how you're going to cut that. And depending on how you cut it, sometimes it's important that the root stays on, especially if you want to try and dice it up. So for this, we'll just give, I got pieces of onion everywhere. So for this, I'll just give this a quick chop. Just take your time, nice and thin. And I want it to kind of match the size of the hash browns we're going to be using. So there's those onions. We'll get those on with the hash browns. For the peppers, maybe I'll do just, say, a quarter of each. And this is just a nice, easy way to get your peppers done. We cut this across. Just take that little bit of membrane or skin out. And the peppers we'll do it in a bit of a dice. So we'll cut them one way, and then we'll just go ahead and dice them up the second way. There's one. We'll get two. Green peppers, yellow peppers. They're all great. It doesn't matter what you want to put in here. If you want to put some hot peppers in here, you go ahead and put some hot peppers in. So here's the king of meats for me, and it's bologna when it comes to breakfast. This is the gear. You want to get something delicious in that hash brown omelet. This is the way to go. And what I'm going to do is this is going to be a little controversial how I'm going to cut this bologna. So take it easy on me now, and we're just going to go ahead and give it a fine dice like this because it's going straight into that hash brown casserole, and we want to make sure it gets mingled in right through, and we want to make sure some of that delicious fat and flavor that's in there goes right through the whole casserole. We'll set this up here. We're doing well. Everything's coming along perfectly. I'm going to get cleaned up just a little bit, set a few things aside. We'll get the eggs, we'll get the hash browns, we'll get everything ready to start getting set up. So we have eggs, of course. We have a bit of cheese that we're going to put on that omelet. Bit of cheese for the omelet. We've got a few things to come out of the fridge now. Today I'm going to try something a little bit different with the French toast, and I'm actually going to use buttermilk in the French toast. And I have some heavy cream for a maple cream sauce we're going to have for that, for those stuffed French toast. I almost forgot what I was cooking today. We got so many things on the go. We're going to go ahead and get set up to cook. These hash browns are going to take a little while. This here is a hash brown I really enjoy using. This is a dehydrated hash brown. You pour a bit of water in it, rehydrate it, let it sit for about 30 minutes, and you end up with perfectly ready to go shredded hash browns. And the crisp that you get out of these hash browns is something else. One thing that I always try and save is I made bacon bits about a month ago, and here is some of that lovely bacon fat. Bacon juice, we call it. This is what I'm going to use to flavor those hash browns, let me tell you. The other thing that I like for these hash browns is processed cheese. There's lots of cheeses you can use. You can put any cheese you enjoy into this omelet, but processed cheese, in my opinion, and the bologna, match made in heaven. We're going to go ahead and take a break now, and we'll get all this on the grill when you come back. See you shortly.
At Hickman Automotive Group, we believe that family drives everything. Whether you're heading out on a family road trip or just running errands around town, we have quality vehicles you can rely on from any of our 9 dealerships across Newfoundland and Labrador.
All right, welcome back. We'll get the grill fired up. We have that strawberry jam and maple stuffed French toast. We're going to make a dredge here for it shortly. We got to get this burner, we got to get this flat top up and running. The hash browns take a long time to draw the moisture out. We have to get them on the grill and let them sit there for quite a while before we really start doing anything. Once we get the hash browns about 80% cooked, then we're gonna go ahead, mix in the peppers and the onions, and then we're gonna put the egg on top. So what we'll do here now is we're gonna mix up the dredge for our French toast. And I'm gonna say, looking at what I have here, I'm gonna go with 4 eggs. And I'm gonna mix it up today. I mean, I really like buttermilk pancakes, let's say. So today, I'm gonna add buttermilk with the eggs and hopefully draw some of that bit of sour flavor in with the sweet. I'm gonna go 5 eggs. 5 eggs and some buttermilk. Never done it before. We're gonna try it here first together. I hope it turns out. I hope the flavor of the, a little bit more. I hope the flavor of the buttermilk, that little bit of sour comes out. Stir this up, give this a good stir. Oh yeah. It looks like it's working. It looks good to me. Nice and thick. I'm going to go ahead and grab a spice. I'm not sure. I do have a French fry, sweet potato French fry spice. This has a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of brown sugar in it, so it's just going to add another layer of flavor. So we'll sprinkle some of that in. Give that another mix. Get that stirred up. Well, it certainly looks the part. Looks like a dredge. Smell that bit of buttermilk in there. We'll give it a try and see how it goes today. The grill's coming up to temperature. Just about nice. So I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I had it on as high as it'll go. We'll get a little bit of oil on. We'll get a little bit of butter, of course. A couple pieces of butter just to help the start. Get that spread out, mixed around. We'll get those hash browns on cooking. These do take a while. Like I said, it is going to take a bit of time to get these hash browns to brown up. It's got to draw a lot of the moisture out before they really start to cook. So we'll just spread those out, spread them right out. And then mixed in here, what I'm going to do to help this brown up a little bit is I have some bacon fat from bacon bits I made. I took it out, I froze it, and saved it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some little globs, bacon fat, and move it around. As it warms up, it's going to go right down to the bottom and help brown these hash browns up. And the nice thing is there's bacon bits still mixed in. Some of them small bacon bits are mixed right in with this. We'll let that spread out, getting all stuck to me now. We'll spread that out, give the hands a wipe, let the heat come up through the hash browns. That'll bring the bacon fat down through and it'll start browning. Another thing I'm going to do is I want to make a bit of a sauce to go on top of this French toast. So I have just a Camping cup on here, warming up. I'm going to take a little bit of maple syrup. I'm going to warm up some maple syrup. We'll put that in there. I think I'll put a couple lumps of butter. I like butter and maple syrup on my French toast, so why not have butter and maple syrup mixed together here? We'll let all that warm up, come to temperature, and I'm going to go ahead and put some heavy cream in there and turn this into a really nice, heavy, liquidy sauce. We'll let those hash browns brown up, and we'll get right into getting set up for the next step. Hash browns are coming along nicely. You can see they're just getting crispy around the outside. I'm going to go ahead and give them a flip now. You can notice those chunks of bacon bits in there. It's now gone down. Oh, look at this. This is looking great. Break this up a little bit. The hash browns are looking perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to spread those out because we don't want our omelet to be too thick, and this is going to be the final shape and the final go for that omelet. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit of spice now. I think I want a steak spice today or an all-round spice. We'll go with a little bit of a smoked salt, pepper, and garlic. Now, the thing about these spice blends is there's so many out there. You could have a hash brown for every meal for a month and still never have one that tastes the same as the last. There's so many options, so many variables, so many varieties. I'm going to go ahead and get the onions and the bologna on, get them starting to sear. Get those starting to sear. The peppers don't take as long, and I do like to have a little bit of crunch left in my peppers. I don't like them to be cooked right through. So we'll get this on. We'll get the bologna and the onions cooking together. We have the maple syrup and the butter here. You can see it's bubbling away, getting ready. We'll add some cream once we get into this. Everything's going along perfect. We'll get that French toast over. We'll get the dredge over, get ready to go. Oh, one thing I almost forgot. I'm going to need eggs. I have to have some eggs to add into that omelet. Can't have an omelet without eggs. So we'll go the size of that. We'll go ahead with 4 eggs. And I'll say that's going to turn out to be about 2 portions or four small portions with a piece of French toast. Oh yeah, watch that yolk. Use that shell to get it out. Works great. There we go. And a bit of nothing, I think, actually. I'm just going to do it like this. I got the steak spice on there. I got some bacon bits in there. I got some bacon fat. We'll just mix this up. Give this a good mix. And you want to try, you can see how the strings and how it's kind of runny. You want to keep mixing this way beyond where you think it needs to be mixed because you want it runny, more like watery than you want. You don't want those big legs dragging because it's not going to be able to go into those hash browns and work its way through. So we're going to mix this up a lot. Perfect. Now, hash browns are cooking, bologna, onions are cooking. We'll let all that sit, let all that brown up a little bit further, and we'll finish this off when you come back. See you shortly.
At Hickman Automotive Group, we believe that family drives everything. Whether you're heading out on a family road trip or just running errands around town, we have quality vehicles you can rely on from any of our 9 dealerships across Newfoundland and Labrador.
All right, we're back. The hash browns are coming along nicely. I actually put a lid on the bologna, the onions, and the peppers just to sort of help them soften a little bit. I'd say, I think we're okay. I'll leave those off. Our maple syrup and butter's here. I have some heavy cream, whipped cream. I'm going to put some of that in here and try and thicken this up a bit. And I'll give that a little stir with a fork. I'm trying to make a bit of a cream sauce to go on top. So we can see here, it's starting to look really nice. And the more it bubbles away, the more it bubbles, the thicker it's going to get, which is great. Our hash browns are ready. One thing we want to make sure is we make some room for these eggs, so we just go ahead and chop these up a little bit. Perfect. Get those eggs on nice and slow. Just slowly pour the eggs on. We want it to soak into those hash browns a little bit. And we want to get it spread out just a touch. Bring those eggs back in. Oh, it's looking good. This is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. From there, we'll put some cheese right on it right now. Get the cheese right on top of it. We'll get 3 pieces in, I think. I'm going to attempt, it's a little bigger than I wanted. I'm going to attempt to flip that all on top of here. On top of that cheese, we'll get this bologna and pepper mixture. Maybe I'm a little ambitious here. I might have made a little too much, but we'll make it work. It's going to be delicious. We're going to have a great, maybe it's a brunch now. Maybe we turn it into a brunch. All right, pull this, get all this mixed in here. All that set up. Now we got to let those eggs set up a little bit. One thing I'm going to do is just pour a little bit of water on the grill over here. We have the bologna and the onion and the peppers. And I just want to give this a little scrape and try and clean this off a bit. We're going to put the French toast on here next. Now we have the French toast ready over here. We have the dredge. I'll give it another little spin. Just give this a little spin, make sure it's mixed in well. We have that buttermilk. We have 5 eggs. And we have sweet potato, French fry seasoning, which I'm pretty sure has a bit of cinnamon, a bit of brown sugar, and I'm not sure what else is there, but it sure tasted good. And I felt like it's going to fit in nicely. So we'll give this a dredge, and we'll get that right on the grill here. All 4. We'll get all 4 on. I think we're going to be able to fit them without too much trouble. 2. And, you know, the amount you dredge it is sort of, is really dependent on the bread you're using. Here we're using a French, like a baguette or a French loaf, and it's a fairly soft bread, and it absorbs a lot of egg if you let it sit in there too long. So I just kind of don't dredge it too long. If you're using maybe a crusty sourdough, or if you're using some sort of ciabatta, some ciabatta type bread, you're going to want to let it soak in a little more. The idea here is what's going to happen is the French toast is going to cook. That lovely strawberry cream cheese stuffing we have is going to melt, and it's going to go right into the bread as well. So we're going to have a nice mix of the nice cooked egg, bit of sweet on the outside, and on the inside is going to be that strawberry and cream cheese and maple syrup flavor. So our sauce is coming nice. We'll let that bubble up a little bit. I think I'm going to add the rest of that cream. I don't have a lot more cream, but I think I'm going to add the rest of it. I wasn't sure exactly how much I was going to want, but I figured I'll have a lot there. Oh, this is looking good. You can see our eggs are starting to cook right through. They're coming through. Our cheese is starting to melt. Everything is happening here. We're doing really well. Timing is going to be about perfect. Our hash brown will be complete about the same time as our French toast. We have a full grill of delicious food. This could be breakfast, lunch, brunch, it doesn't matter. Our hash brown casserole now is ready to be flipped over on itself. It's a lot bigger than I expected, so we'll see what happens. Oh, no. You got to be kidding me. Look at that. Delicious. Browned perfectly. The French toast. Now, full disclosure, I forgot to put butter on the grill when I put the French toast down. But I just quickly went right back, picked it up, put the butter underneath, and it's ready to go. I'm going to give it a quick check, and we'll see how browned it is. Oh, it's ready. It's ready. Get those flipped over. All that French toast flipped over. And I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to go ahead and move this sauce. I want to get this on a little more heat. I want it to thicken up a bit. So that's that maple, butter, and cream sauce. We'll just get our French toast moved around a little bit. I want to give this hash brown, I think I'm going to give up on, the plan was to flip this hash brown over. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. It's a little bigger than expected. That's okay. I'm going to take 2 spatulas, and I'm going to put this right up on a cutting board. I'll grab a cutting board. We'll just set it right up on top of this cutting board. The hash brown is done. The hash brown is ready to eat. We'll let it sit up here and rest. Oh, come on. Come on. Look at this. How can you go wrong? What a beautiful, beautiful looking dish. Get that sauce over here cooking. Check this French toast. Oh yeah, look at, like, can you see what's happening in the middle? Pure, pure delicious. Check the other side of these ones. Oh, they are coming along nicely. Perfect, perfect. We'll get that French toast off. It's going to take, we got to let everything cool down a little bit. You know, it's when it's too hot, you actually don't get to taste the flavors you've created as much. So we'll put that French toast on. I put it on a wire rack. If you put it right down on a tray or on a cutting board or something, the bottom's going to get a little soft, and you're going to lose that bit of crunch you have on top, and you want to keep that. Our sauce here is still bubbling away. The more it bubbles, the thicker it gets. The longer it sits here, the better it's going to be. I'm going to give that, I'll turn everything off. We'll get all set up. I need a fork. Got to have a fork to have a sample. So I'll grab myself a fork. I'll grab the spatula. I'll get a little bit of this hash brown. And this is the beauty. You just cut this hash brown into squares and serve it up for 5, 6, 8 different people. Get that French toast. Put that French toast on here. Get some of that beautiful sauce. We'll check the heat here. Now, I don't know how warm this is. Too warm to grab. I got a little cloth here. Grab that cloth. Oh, come on. This is looking great. Bit of that nice. Oh, how is this going to be bad? Oh, I don't even know where to start with all of this. I don't know what to eat first. I want to eat it all together, but I think we'll get into this. We'll get into this omelet. Chop it up a little bit. Some good crunch on the outside, and that's all part of the package. You want to have a nice crunch on the outside, nice soft on the inside. Those peppers are going to have a little bit of crunch left in them. That salt, pepper, garlic spice. Wow. Mixed in there nice. It's like any steak spice. Any steak spice. Anything will work in there. The processed cheese, it's my personal preference. Put on whatever cheese you want. Put blue cheese on if you want to go right crazy. All right. Stuffed French toast. Stuffed French toast. Maple cream sauce. Like, look at that. Look at the delicious. I'm gonna dip it right into that bit of maple syrup. We'll get a sample of this. It all ties together so nicely, and you can even taste the sweet potato French fry spice, which is blended in there nicely. It works well with the strawberries and the cream cheese and the maple syrup. It's actually turned out wonderful. Thanks for joining me on another cooking adventure. Catch me on all your social medias. Just search RT Cooks It. We'll see you next time right here on Eastlink Community TV.